Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Major General Frank Muth, Commanding General of the United States Army Recruiting Command. My Army story starts when I was 16 and my brother came home from my uncle's unexpected funeral, and my brother was going through Special Forces training, medic training down at Fort Bragg. He walked in back then wearing his khaki uniform, jump boots, blouse, and a green beret, because back then you earned the flash and not the tab. And they went from a candy stripe flash to the real flash when they graduated. And I looked at him and I heard the stories about air assaulting and everything he was doing in the Army, and I said, that's where I want to go, that's what I want to do. I went off to a military college, and all I wanted to be was an SF or a Ranger, infantry, until my junior year. Somebody said, hey, what are you doing this afternoon? I said, nothing. He says, why don't you come take the FAST test, which is what you take to become an aviator. I barely passed it. I got a 91, 90s passing. And after that, I said, what do I do next to become an aviator? They said, stand in a different line when you go to training this summer for a flight physical instead of the regular physical. I passed that, and I said, what do I do next? They said, put it in as your number one. And I got it. I was kind of shocked, especially when I looked at my name on the list and now I had to pass flight school. I wasn't the greatest academic person in the world. I went through flight school. I passed my first tour in Korea flying scouts, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I continue to be an Army Aviator flying and commanding in combat, both at the Air Cavalry Troop, which was during Desert Storm, Scouts and Cobras, to Air Cavalry Squadron in OIF-3 in 2004-2005, flying Kiowa Warrior OH-58Ds for the 82nd Airborne Division, 1st of the 17th Cavalry Squadron. And then went on to command the Combat Aviation Brigade in OIF-OND 2010-2011. And to accomplish that mission, they created the largest Army Combat Aviation Brigade ever in history, more specifically to even deploy in combat. They called it the Enhanced Combat Aviation Brigade, and instead of 116 aircraft, we were double the size, 230 aircraft, 5,000 soldiers, 500 contractors. And we were flying from Basra all the way up to Mosul at 14 different locations with 8 battalions. Absolutely loved it. Being able to be part of that formation was inspiring. I loved being Aviator. I've flown Apaches, I've flown Chinooks, I've flown Kiowa Warriors, I've flown Cobras, I've flown 58s, and I've flown Blackhawks. And it has been my awesome, humbled joy to be an Army Aviator for 30 plus years, and now as a General commanding United States Army Recruiting Command. And I will retire this summer and will have achieved 95% of my goals in life when it comes to professional development, and I've loved the Army for 34 years. Thank you very much.